So hello and welcome back to the channel. Now in today's short tips video, and I wasn't ever planning on doing one of these every single day, so I don't know why in today's short tips video, but in today's video I wanted to discuss a sign that you see quite often on our motorways here in the UK. Is it says frustration causes accidents. It's usually on one of those little billboards or the big billboards as you're driving down the motorway. Now, I thought of this just while driving my own car yesterday, sat behind someone doing probably about 20 miles an hour in a 30 mile an hour speed limit, and it really does frustrate me. And this is very similar to when you're driving and coming up across back markers or just slower drivers in general. Now, one thing that I have found really useful in dealing with this, and it is definitely part of racing, it is an actual racecraft, is getting past slower drivers, whether they're back markers or whether they are just slower drivers. You might not have that assistance of the blue flags. So one of the key things that I think is worth trying is a custom weekend. You can set up the AI and probably any of the race weekends and choose the practice sessions. Obviously turn off your rating system, so in the menu you can just select like multiplayer, or you can select AI racing as well, but just turn that off for now. You don't want to ruin your statistics, because this is generally an exercise that you're trying to avoid rubbing paint with other drivers, but it's certainly something to practice. So that in this race weekend you want to set up the AI so that they're about 50% skill level, or even lower than that, so that they are going to be much slower than the sort of lap speed that you're going to be setting, which is primarily what you're wanting. You're wanting to come across a slower car and get past it as quickly as possible. Now, I'm sure we all remember those the sections in Gran Turismo back in the early days where it would make you try and overtake other cars, how many cars you could overtake in like one session. And I totally understand where that's coming from now. It is teaching you racecraft, and it's about judging your speed, or as you approach a driver that's definitely much slower, trying to sort of time your runs as you approach them. So let's say you've come through the mountain section at Bathurst and you can see you're catching someone fairly quickly. It would be ideal really to catch them as you come onto either of the long straights, so that you can lose as minimal amount of time as possible getting past somebody. But it's definitely an exercise that you really should practice. I know a lot of drivers struggle getting past back markers or potentially slightly slower drivers, and it can ruin your race. It really can. If you are catching a slower driver and you've obviously got someone catching you as well, the quicker you can pass that other driver, it's another obstacle between you and the following driver. Or if you're approaching someone and you're trying to overtake them and they're coming up on a back marker, you can use that to an advantage. It's going to put them in a situation where they might struggle to get past through a tight section, and you choose to time your run and you get them on the straights. It really is something worth trying. So have a look at doing that against the AI. Obviously turning that rating system off so you're not damaging your rating system, and just see how you get on with it. It's a really good tool to practice with, just getting past back markers. So thanks for watching as always. Thanks for leaving comments, really do appreciate them. Remember to hit that subscribe button, share the videos, and definitely smash that the like button. It really does help all those algorithms. Thanks for watching. As always, I would love to be doing more content actually behind the wheel, but once again, this shoulder injury is plaguing me. I've had another injection just to try and reduce some of the swelling, and hopefully I'm going to progressively do some exercises to try and get this under control. Obviously I've had another operation on my feet as well, so I think everything is stopping me getting behind the wheel at the moment, but thoroughly enjoying F1 Manager 2022. a very detailed game, I'll give it that. But I've really enjoyed, I've done 2 races so far, thoroughly enjoyed them, and I might add a little bit of content on the channel to do with F1 Manager. If anyone's interested in watching that, please do mention it in the comments, and maybe that'll be something that I'll be doing whilst my shoulder and my feet get back to normal. Thanks for watching as always. Ciao for now.